Have you ever wondered what it's like inside Mackie's corner? Today we're exploring inside one of Sunderland's most loved landmarks, with the very kind permission of Alex Kirtley of Kirtley & Co, who have been restoring this magnificent building. If you love videos about Sunderland and the history of the North East, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel, as it really helps me out. Now, let's dive into some history. I entered through the Hutchinson Building's chamber doorway, named after the shipbuilder Ralph Hutchinson, who hired architect George Middlemas in 1851 to construct Sunderland's first purpose-built shops. A majestic staircase greets you when you walk in, with incredible tile work that transports you back in time. Can you believe though that this hallway was once bright red? This tiled hallway and staircase actually lay beneath layers of red paint, taking 4 months of 3 people to strip it all away to reveal these original features. These beautiful lights are from the Chambers nightclub that was once here, connecting the times of gone by with more modern pastimes. We decided to start the tour from top to toe, so we began from the level beneath the clock tower, showing a huge open plan room that will soon be the new home of a business. Light radiates through the heritage windows, showing the sights of Sunderland below. Across the road you can see the Elephant Tea Rooms, which is currently undergoing restoration, so the views are going to be incredible once it's finished. The stairs that go up to the clock tower would have originally ran the full length of Mackie's corner, all the way to the basement, passing through all the levels. When the restoration was done, bits of the staircase was found on each level, but they were only able to save 2 intact parts. This bit that runs up to the clock tower, and the last 10 steps that are in the basement within Master Debonair. And then it was time to see the clock tower dome, which I've wanted to see for years and years, and it was every bit as impressive as I thought it would be. The 2 clocks that face south and west were fully refurbished by Cumbria Clocks, with their mechanisms being swapped from a traditional method to electronic. The beautiful original wood flooring really works with the authentic historic nature of the dome, being a really unique space. Hidden history was discovered written on the wall, with "turn right to advance JN" being possible instructions for the clock mechanisms from someone who worked there. I suppose it's a mystery who JN was. Maybe he knew Mackie, but we'll never know. That you can see the clocks through the glass panels, being able to peek at the Roman numerals and how they were originally set into the dome. I imagine not a lot of people have seen them from this angle, so it was really special to see. More history lies behind this wooden door, with with a piece of paper from the Great Exhibition of 1851 being discovered on a wall. I wonder if one of the people within Mackie'S brought it back as a souvenir, or if it sparked an idea to bring culture and industry to Sunderland. I love how each room has such a quirky historic vibe, from the wood beams, exposed lath and plaster, and the authentic use of heritage features. No wonder very few rooms are available to let, with them being snapped up right away. As you enter the collective, there's a skirting board that was reclaimed from an old art college in Backhouse Park, continuing the trend of materials in this project being reclaimed. This room is currently available to let, being the perfect space for an office within the heart of Sunderland. The collective is where many of the businesses work, being a hub of creativity and individuality for like-minded people. The mural of Wearside by Catherine Robertson decorates the kitchen, as well as other illustrations of Sunderland lining the walls. The iconic Chambers nightclub dance floor has been turned into an art piece on the wall, with the maple wood being sanded and given a lot of TLC. Stay tuned to later in this video to see what the nightclub is like now. The toilets are some of the most glamorous I've ever seen. Burlington traditional fittings evoke the Victorian era of this building, whilst the reclaimed wood structures make you feel like you're in an exotic beach shack. A dried flower arrangement from Nomad Homes hangs from the ceiling above the mirror, making the space feel so extra. Artwork by Faye Greenman hangs on the walls, creating a modern statement. More of Chambers nightclub dance floor appears on one of the stairwells. Do you remember dancing on here? Passing by Heritage & Co.'s artwork, we visit one of the last remaining rooms for let. Each room has a slightly different colour scheme and vibe, but staying true to the heritage of the building and traditional style. All the floors in the building are original, either through repairing the existing floor or sourcing reclaimed wood. I love how Kirtley & Co have sustainability and quality in mind, as well as wanting to sympathetically restore buildings to their former glory. If you want to know more about this room, contact them through their website, as it's a rare chance to have an office in one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. There's such a lovely group of clientele within the building, including alternative bridal shop Soul Bride, social media influencer agency The Social Type, and the art rooms where imagination can run wild. Up these stairs with original paint details is another office space and home to the only fireplace left in the building. Chambers nightclub dance floor features again on the walls, with a gorgeous modern minimalist design to the interiors. The intricate fireplace harks back to the days when this building was first constructed. But next I'll show you something a bit more modern, the former Chambers nightclub itself. Chambers was one of the most popular places for a night out in Sunderland in the 1990s, and it felt like a bit of a time warp to see this space. Gig posters are collaged on the walls, with hints of bright primary coloured paint on the floor to ceiling columns. Chambers nightclub opened its doors in 1987, being the place to be to have fun with your friends. Here where I'm standing, there is a disco with 2 dance floors and 3 bars, with computerised lighting consoles with lasers and smoke jets, and the latest sophisticated sound systems to really elevate your night out. This space is set to be an open plan workspace for One Let, with the work ongoing to transform this one iconic party zone. As a 90s girl, I don't have any memories of Chambers, but I'd love to know yours if you remember this place and making memories. Historic finds are dotted around this building, like the original mechanics for the clock in the dome. Being in the basement of Mackie's corner felt like being in another era, with cobbled floors and exposed brickwork showing how the rooms may have looked originally during the 1850s. You can completely imagine Mackie storing his hats here. These cornerstones are from Dr. William Clanny, the inventor of the miners' safety lamps house. They are thought to bear soot from the Great Fire of Sunderland, which ripped through this area of town. When Kirtley and Co took over this building, they discovered a chute that came from this tiny little window and led along the wall. Old shelving and racks dating back to the Victorian period lined the walls with no clue on what they were for. There are thoughts that something was sorted or distributed here, perhaps due to Sunderland being a hub of industry. Being a curious and nosy person, I had wondered if there was anything interesting being found during the restoration of Mackie's Corner and the uncovering of over 150 years of history. The mementos include this corker of an old menu from the Chamber nightclub days, with shots being only £1.80 and a pint being £2.20. Sticking with the 90s theme, this ticket from nightclub gossip is where Blackdoor Hairdressers is today. Amongst the other interesting relics found were old tobacco tins, bobbins of thread and the tops of old top hats. The bobbins of thread in their top hat panels may be remnants from Mackie's Corner's first tenant, Robert Mackie, who was a hatter. Mackie's shop windows attracted passers-by with the sight of his workmen constructing the hats, being a popular meeting point. Not a lot is known about this mysterious hatter, so it was so cool to be able to touch these items and see their link to a building that is still involved in Sunderland life today. A big thank you to Alex Kirtley for taking the time to show me around Mackie's Corner. I've been absolutely desperate to see inside the dome for years and years. I'll pop any details in the description box if you want to know more about the units available here and Kirtley & Co themselves. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you soon.